I always dream of traveling to the Colombian Amazon. I imagine what the river would be like, so big you couldn't see the other side. But what I found beyond the river was what amazed me the most. In the jungle, there exists a completely different world that's alive with abundant nature and the cultural heritage and ancestral legacy of the indigenous communities that inhabit it. The Amazon covers 1/3 of Colombia's national territory. It is a completely isolated region surrounded by enormous rivers and intersected by hundreds of smaller ones, which flood the forest during the rainy season. Unlike many other forests, which have only a few species of trees and plants, the Amazon has an incredible diversity of flora. In just 2 acres of land, you can find up to 100 different species of trees. And the entire jungle is home to over 80,000 species of plants. This diversity is what makes it possible for the rainforest to sustain a great variety of life. As a photographer, I was overwhelmed by what I found. I walked among tall trees and tiny flowers. I saw a heliconia flower, taller than the trees that surrounded it. I saw the walking tree, whose roots allow it to move in search of sunlight. I found trees with their twisted trunks going up, forming spirals. And blood-red roots protruding from the black soil. I saw the magnificent Victoria Amazonica, its huge leaves laden with flowers floating in the rivers, and the acacia trees that the army ants protect in exchange for a safe place to build their nests. The indigenous people got immune to the army ants' venom after being exposed to it from a very young age. They used the insects as weapons of war on enemies who had no defense against the ants' bites. Plants in this jungle have perfected their own defense against insects by developing leaves that are poisonous, have a hard texture, little nutritional value, or by discharging toxic resins such as latex. About 25% of the plants in the Amazon literally live in the air. Parasitic plants like orchids, bromeliads, climbing plants, and some species of ferns don't get their nutrients from the soil. There are hundreds of species of frogs, lizards, insects, snails, and other small animals that live and reproduce within these plants. In the Colombian Amazon region live 110 species of frogs. Many of them are poisonous and easily recognizable by their bright colors. There are also giant toads as tall as 8 inches high. The Amazon is home of almost 400 species of reptiles. But the largest and most diverse group of animals are the insects, of which 130,000 species have been classified, though there could be millions more. There is an amazing variety of butterflies, beetles, ants, dragonflies, and crickets. And also hundreds of invertebrates such as spiders, scorpions, and many other strange creatures. The high temperatures and humidity in the Amazon also make it the world's largest reserve of fungi and lichens, great recyclers who support the entire cycle of life in the jungle. There are 430 species of mammals in this region, and about half of them are bats. The largest mammals in the jungle are monkeys, anteaters, capybaras, 2 species of river dolphins, and the jaguar. More than 1,000 of the 1,088 species of birds found in Colombia inhabit the Amazon region. And the screaming piha, considered the king of the jungle by the indigenous people, as their loud call can be heard above all other animals. The indigenous people of the Amazon have a strong cultural heritage, which can be seen in their daily lives. The construction of their houses, the food they eat, and their ancestral traditions.
Es una herencia que nosotros tenemos. Esa herencia parte de la sangre, de la fe, mi abuelo, mi abuela, mi papá y mi mamá. Ya. Eso es lo que nos dejaron siglos de años y esto es el mundo mío y el siglo mío. De nosotros, cualquiera que estamos.
Colombia is a place to discover.